He's a freshman.
Nice.
So.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Hey, what's the biggest difference that you see coaching boys versus coaching girls in basketball, any other sport, but just, I know you've coached both. What's the biggest difference?
I have never coached them much differently.
Okay.
You maybe have to, work on the relationship side a little bit more with the girls, but anymore, I think you need to do that on the boys' side too. And I've always been a big relationship, person, and want my players to know that I care about them before I can get on them on the court for doing something that I want to see, done better.
Yeah.
And so just loving your players, showing them that you care. But I would say I learned that the harder way. I was always coached growing up pretty tough, coaches that I respect and loved a lot myself, but they were hard-nosed, get after you type coaches. And I thought I had to do that, my first few years. I made that mistake in Arizona. And as, times changed and families changed a little bit and evolved, I thought, you know what, there's a way to get my message across and still be strict, be tough. And so I think that's the biggest thing I've learned over the years.
Good. Nice. I just was asking that because I think the one takeaway that I always had because I coached football, coached boys basketball 1 year, coached girls basketball for about 7, coached softball also, is that I always thought the one thing different from girls, not in actually the way I coached them, but was that the girls seemed to be more eager to listen and take on whatever you want them to. Sometimes the boys, they think they know a little bit more than what they really do. And I think that sometimes the girls, like I said, I just think they're more eager. They take what you're giving them, I think, better than the boys do. And that's not a knock on the boys because, some of the boys, they've had some good coaching and that coming up and that. But I just, that's the one thing I always noticed